And today I want to make a video on Ocugen. This is a stock. The ticker symbol is OCGN, and Ocugen is currently sitting today at $9.11 up to $9.26 after hours. It's up around 19% throughout the whole day, and you can see the trading volume pretty massive. 104 million trades of Ocguen stock today. Again, sitting at $9.26. One of the very first videos I made on this channel talked about Ocugen at $3.18 and how Ocugen was entering the vaccine market. And this is around the time when vaccines were really starting to become a big deal, and they were really speeding up the process for the vaccines, and Ocugen was getting in on that. So I just want to go over a few things, some news regarding Ocugen, talk about a few things, and talk about really why the stock's popping off today, give my overall opinion on it, and then get your guys' opinions in the comments below. But let's not waste any time, let's get into it. So if you're unfamiliar with Ocugen, Ocugen originally was developing gene therapies to cure blindness diseases, but they have since really been pushing for the development of the COVID-19 vaccine, covaxin. All right, so if you take a look here at their website, basically what happened was Biotech, which is an Indian vaccine developer, and Ocugen are co-developing covaxin, which is a whole virion inactivated COVID-19 vaccine for the United States market. So really what's happening here is Ocugen is trying to, Biotech created covaxin, and Ocugen is taking covaxin and really trying to commercialize it here in the United States, get the FDA approval, and really push that. And I believe Ocugen will get 50% of the profits from the vaccine. So that is really why there was so much interest here in Ocugen and Biotech's vaccine covaxin, because it was showing some significant promise in India. So here's basically how Biotech's vaccine works. And of course, we are unable to read this article, but it's definitely one that has shown significant promise in India. There have been some other countries as well that have purchased a good amount of doses from Biotech. And it seemed like initially when I first made this video back January, February, March of this year, that it was just a matter of time before Ocugen was able to commercialize covaxin as one of those third, fourth vaccines that it will be available for the U.S. population here in America. That has not been the case. A lot of things have kind of happened. A lot of ups and downs really have been going on with the covaxin vaccine, and Ocugen really trying to commercialize it here in the United States. But nonetheless, Biotech's covaxin, Ocugen commercializing it U.S. I definitely think there is promise still here, and a lot of people are saying at $9.24 that the money has kind of already been made here for Ocguen stock. I do still think there is some room for some more gains here. Definitely a little bit more bullish on a few than compared to other people. But I wanted to go over this article on Investor Place. Ocugen will have value if its COVID vaccine can get approved. Ocugen stock is at roughly full value today, but could be higher if a vaccine is approved. Now, obviously, I mean, that makes complete sense. If a vaccine is approved and it's pushed commercially in the United States and it becomes a vaccine that many people are going to use, it's obviously going to create massive value for Ocugen stock. But let's just go through this. Shout out to Mark R. Hake over at Investor Place. I will put the link to this article in the description as a source. But Ocugen has been on something of a roller coaster lately. COVID-19 vaccine has yet to be approved by either the US or Canada or even the World Health Organization. News reports on the latter say that it may take several weeks. In addition, OCGN stock has taken a hit since the FDA rejected Ocugen's vaccine covaxin for getting emergency use authorization. Now, before I continue, that was another one of those catalysts that we were looking for. If possibly covaxin could get approved for that EUA, which should allow it for to be used as a vaccine before FDA approval. They actually did not get that, so that kind of is another thing that hindered the growth of this stock. So you can see here, however, it is still up from a recent true of $6.74 on October 4th. And assuming its Indian partner Biotech, which makes the vaccine, receives World Health Organization approval, Ocugen stock could continue to move higher. Nevertheless, assuming the company can begin producing revenue next year, with some countries outside of India improving the vaccine, Ocugen could still be worth more. This is what I wrote last month with my $9.05 target price. However, since then the risks appear elevated. So really, where things stand with Ocugen and the covaxin vaccine in the United States, Ocugen has exclusive rights to sell covaxin in the US and Canada and gets a 45% split of the revenue. So that's my correction. It's 45% of the revenue instead of 50%, like I said. It also recently signed a long-term distribution manufacturing supply agreement with Bharat. This will enable Ocugen to receive enough covaxin supplies. That is in the case the US and Canada approve the drug in the normal drug approval processes. There had been some concern among analysts that given the flare-up of COVID-19 in India, Ocugen would not be able to receive enough supplies. One of the issues, though, is that so far, covaxin has only been 78% effective overall against COVID-19 virus in studies that Bharat has completed. However, it is 93.4% efficacy against severe COVID-19 cases, 63.6% efficacy against asymptomatic COVID-19, and 65.2% efficacy against the Delta 2 variant. Overall, the company is in wait mode. It has to go through a long drawn-out process of full drug approval with the FDA. That elevates the risk of not receiving final FDA approval, and it could also take a while. This is why some analysts have written negative reports about OCGN stock. Now, for me personally, at $9.21 right now at the time of this video, let's just quickly take a look here at this chart. And again, I mean, Yahoo Finance charts are decent, right? So if we take a look, let's take a look at the 2-year chart for Ocugen. We can see back in April, this stock was around $13.50. $13.37 was the high back in April. And that was really when we saw so many people and vaccines were going crazy and everyone was pushing vaccines. And that was just something that was happening continuously. Now we see here back in February of 2021 was $11.95. You can see it dip back down. Definitely some consolidation in price and now rising again. I think for me personally, if it can get that World Health Organization approval, I think we can see definitely Ocugen hit this high of $13. I think it would be rather easy in my opinion. Again, overall, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, but I mean, if the vaccine gets approved and it's able to be used in the United States and commercialized in the U.S., it almost seems like a no-brainer that this is something that could happen, and this prices of the stock could definitely rise. So please, you guys, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Ocguen stock. Having a pretty nice day today. Trading volume crazy, 104 million compared to an average volume of 13 million. So definitely a nice, huge day for Ocugen. A lot of buying pressure. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, drop a like on this video, and as always, you guys have a great day.